Natuna Island is in the Riau Islands province and is close to the South China Sea. Today, the region has been a source of conflict between the territories of Indonesia and China. History of Natuna Island. Natuna consists of 7 islands with the capital city of Ranai. In 1957, the Natuna Islands were incorporated into the Kingdom of Patani and Johor in Malaysia. In the 19th century, however, the Natuna Islands eventually controlled Riau Sovereignty and became the territory of the Riau Sultanate. After Indonesian independence, delegates from Riau joined the forces to support the sovereignty of the Republic of Indonesia based on the island of Java. On 18 May 1956, the Indonesian government officially registered the Natuna Islands as a sovereign territory of the United Nations. The Natuna conflict. Being in an area with abundant natural resources and directly adjacent to the high seas makes Natuna a target for many neighboring countries. Controversy began when Malaysia stating the Natuna should legally belong to Malaysia. However, to avoid prolonged conflict during the 1962-66 confrontation, Malaysia did not extend Natuna's status. After the Indonesia and Malaysia confrontation, anti-China sentiment in the Natuna region emerged. From 5,000 to 6,000 people, only 1,000 ethnic Chinese. Later, there was speculation that a citizen of China discount contact the then president of China, Deng Xiaoping, to support Natuna's independence. Although many persons were forced to siege Natuna, according to Indonesian law, negotiations with China had will continue be proved to that. In 2009, China actually violated the 9 points taken from Spratly Island in the middle of the South China Sea, later claiming it's a non-exclusive economic zone. At that time, President of the Republic of Indonesia, Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, protested China move toward the United Nations Continental Self-Commission, where the dotted line was claimed by China as an update to the 1947 map that made the Indonesia government aware countries that were at odds with the South China Sea. The claim that the problematic neighboring countries were comprehensively triggered by the Kuomintang parties, then in Taiwan. China accounts for 90% of the South China Sea, although China had never discussed the Natuna issue before the UN. Since 1996, Indonesia has deployed more than 20,000 TNI personnel to guard Natuna, which has the rarest gas reservoirs in Asia. Entering the era of President Jokowi, his party reiterated that the 9 points claimed by China do not have international legal basis. The incident, quoted from the Japan Yomiuri Shimbun News, President Joko Widodo said China needs to be careful in determining its border map. Indonesia is one of the countries that are threatened with a lawsuit to the 9 points drawn by China. According to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, China claimed again Natuna has triggered Indonesia's exclusive economic zone. Natuna's position is far from China. Natuna borders Vietnam and Malaysia, so it makes no sense for China to claim Natuna as a part of its territory. Until now, Natuna is still a target of foreign countries to sail to the region. In fact, several times Indonesia still caught foreign ships entering Natuna.
Reported from Kompas.com, Chinese fishing boats and coast guards are suspected of violating the exclusive economic zone by entering Natuna waterway on December 31, 2019. They also committed city violations such as illegal fishing, unreported and unregulated in Indonesia. The Indonesian government, through the Minister of Foreign Affairs No Marsudi, asked China to complete the stipulation set by UNCLOS 1982, which regulates the boundaries of the region. In addition, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has an official protest record and summoned the Chinese ambassador to Indonesia in Jakarta. The existence of Natuna is seen from the law. The continental shelf law of a coastal state, including the seabed and subsoil of low sea level located outside its territory. The area in question is 200 nautical miles from the baseline. Continental shelves of coastal states shall not exceed the limits prescribed in Article 76, paragraphs 4 to 6. One of the key issues of China's claim, the demarcation line. No map can show what this line looks like. The reason is that there is no explanation from the Chinese side. The 9 points of China or the 9 dash lines cannot be legalized as a territorial border because it does not comply with international law. International law says that territorial boundaries must be stable and well-defined. 9 points made by China are unstable because from 11 to 9 lines for no reason. Then there is no clear and strong definition. In addition, it lacks geographical coordinates as do not represent the shape when all lines are connected. The Indonesian government continued to make diplomatic efforts with China, so the South China Sea dispute did not extend to Natuna. Both sides have agreed to prioritize diplomacy by implementing the Declaration of Fair Behavior in South China Sea or DOC. In addition, Indonesia has also proposed a draft code of ethics for the South China Sea that can be used as a weapon of Indonesian diplomacy. 3 points of resolution to the Natuna Sea problem, we think, are: first is to strengthen the integrity of the Indonesian nation even though the opponent is a country as strong as China. Second is that ASEAN member states must participate and pay attention to the condition of their member states when pursued by non-ASEAN countries. Third, bringing this issue to the international legal domain by bringing strong the evidence that the Natuna Island are an entirely Indonesian territory in accordance with the exclusive economic zone.